If you're out there and you live in Louisiana and you just happen to be at Walmart and you have an EBT and you're on food stamps, basically, it's electronic benefits transfer. It's also known as a SNAP program. It's a Xerox, which hosts some of the infrastructure that's used by the EBT card system. There was some kind of power outage, and everybody who had one of these cards, they're set by the government for a certain amount, like say $100, $200, or sometimes $10, depending on your current situation. These cards, for a short time, were unlimited. So you could buy pretty much almost all the food or whatever that's out there available to you to buy. So the people were literally stocking up with all kinds of stuff. And when they were going to the register, the people were going, why is these people bringing all this stuff in here? What should we do about this? And they caught a hold of the company head and they said, honor it. If these people are buying food with all this, honor it. So this way they could take advantage of getting all this food. Now, when people are out there and they're hungry and they have this opportunity, some people are going to take advantage of that. I don't see a problem with it myself. There was a person that was interviewed down there and said, what did you think about it? They was like, oh, that's just plain theft. It's just stealing. Usually the people who say that are the ones that go, crap, I wish I'd gotten in on that. In all honesty, I don't think it's stealing. It will be honored. And they're going to be honored. So it's not, I don't think it's stealing at all. It is being paid for. And, as we all pay for all that, eventually, if the way the Republicans in office would stop fucking with people that are down and out like this, then stuff like this most likely wouldn't happen. Joe, your thoughts?
Woohoo! We don't have to get Greek value everything, and we get real stuff. Hello, Dr. Pepper. Goodbye, Dr. Thunder. Yeah, as you said, a lot of people got upset about this, and they called it theft or shoplifting. I saw a lot of people talking about it on Facebook, complaining about it. These people were paying at the registers with their cards. Once the cards stopped working, they stopped shopping. So I don't think it was really theft. It wasn't really shoplifting. The cards suddenly had no limit, and these people, they don't have a great amount of means,
Right.
They're on assistance for a reason. Also, as you mentioned, Walmart said go ahead and honor the sales. So it really was, Walmart could have just shut it down.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah, they could have said, just stop it. Don't accept any more SNAP programs. You get one person in there with a SNAP program to these cards, say limited.
They could have said no EBT sales today, come back tomorrow.
Right. Or later.
Right. So a bunch of people in 2 Walmarts, this only happened in 2 Walmarts, go on a fill your shopping cart binge. Mm-hmm. Big deal. This isn't the national debt busting, everything that's wrong with America travesty that some people have played it up to be.
Oh, yeah.
The people who receive these benefits, they're the elderly, the disabled, single parents with children. Mm-hmm. These are the people who need food, not leeches to society.
Right. The news station, KSLA, said it was simply human to stock up when given the opportunity to.
Right.
And I completely agree with that. If you have the opportunity, you're going to take it. Mm-hmm. Connie, your thoughts?
Yeah, I looked up the population in these 2 small towns. It was Mansfield, Louisiana, and Spring Hill. Mm-hmm. Both towns, they used to have industry, and, for example, Spring Hill used to be a lumber town, and the mill got shut down when Georgia Pacific took it over. They have fairly small populations, but fully a third of each city's population is on EBT, is on some kind of public assistance.
Yeah, usually the southern states, I may be wrong about this, but mostly the southern states like that, they're heavily Christian, and they're generally heavily poverty. They have the highest level of poverty in those areas.
Yeah, Louisiana, one statistic said that 380,000 households in Louisiana receive benefits to help with groceries. And in September, I think it was 2012, 866,000 people benefited from specifically EBT. To me, there is something in place that I guess if the EBT goes down, there's supposed to be a $50 limit on purchases. But then again, these days, $50 really doesn't buy a whole lot.
No, it doesn't.
When you have a box of cereal is $4, it's and then you have a family to feed. And there were so many states involved in this. I don't have the whole list here, but for just 2 cities in one very, very impoverished state in our country to have had this happen in. Mm-hmm. And like you said, once the cards said no more, and once it came back up, everything was fine. Everybody stopped. Mm-hmm. And so I wouldn't steal. I don't think I would do that myself, but I think I understand the desperation.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Especially if you're in that situation, you're going to be pretty desperate to make sure you have access to food to feed your family. Some of these people who are lucky enough, I consider them lucky in this case, to have access to this, that they're going to have enough to hopefully get them through the rest of the month or maybe a couple of months if they've shopped properly and if they, got stuff that's going to have a good shelf life to it.
Yeah.
A lot of these people think they're going to take this food and they're going to, we're going to sell it on the street like they're going to sell it in a raincoat. Hey, you want some canned beans?
I have a porter steak.
I got a little porter steak here. You want some porter steak? Yeah,
No,
that doesn't happen. These people are using these so they make sure that they have something to eat.
Well, the desperate people, and they're desperate because there's things that are really broken in our system, education and job creation and actual good, things like healthcare, things that should be, I think that should be a given.
Oh, yeah.
And, so necessities of life, everybody needs them.
Yes.
And I will say that the comment section was atrocious. Everybody was going off on how awful this was, but the worst part was, I'm going, none of you guys can spell. You are illiterate.
Yeah. That's about it, too.
Illiterate, hateful people, and get a life,
Yes. Yeah. And like I said, it's always those people, the haters are usually the ones that, I would have taken advantage of that if I would have had that chance too, but I'm going to rant against it because I didn't get that opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, your thoughts?
I just want to go on record as saying this is not going to stop me from getting a PS4. I don't care what you say.
Are you going to get it with your EBT? No, I'm just kidding. Going to get it with the EBT?
I also wonder how fast did the Oreos run out? And evidently all the rice patties were left behind.
Oh, those rice cakes. Yeah. Who wants those things?
My thoughts are I'm totally jealous. I would definitely would love to have taken advantage of it. I wonder, like, the shopping carts were so full. I don't have that much room in my fridge. So where were they planning on putting? Were they just going to have a huge cookout when they got home? Or?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe they got they could
have freezers in aisle 7.
Yeah. Or they've got friends that have freezers that need food. And they probably would say, or they could have taken some of it and said, hey, I got way too much and gone to the nearest food shelter and given some back to that, too. That's always a possibility, too. We don't know what they did with it.
I do like that they called Walmart headquarters, or the employees of Walmart called the headquarters to find out what to do about this. And they said, go ahead and keep the registers ringing. And, well, of course they're going to say that. I mean,
yeah, we were saying that, too.
I mean, it's not any money out of Walmart's pocket.
Right. Exactly.
Although they're going to have to pay a lot of overtime now for putting the leftover carts back.
Yeah.
The footage that I saw some footage on there of everybody once the free goodness stopped, everybody just left their carts where they were and took off.
Right. Oh yeah, that would really suck. I was like, where the hell does all this shit go? I was like, aisle 4.
I'd be going home sick, be like, oh, I can't.
If you've ever been to any store, they're constantly filling shelves anyway. So a lot of it, they probably just brought in extra people to put all that stuff away too. So.
Or they just put signs on the carts.
Yeah, say cart 1 get put away, whatever. Yeah, these situations happen. It's a glitch. And
it was supposed to be due to a power outage during routine maintenance on the system, on the EBT card system, and I guess they had a power outage and it glitched. And what was it, just for like 2-3 hours?
It was just for a couple hours from what it looks like. Yeah.
So that's long enough.
Yep.
Evidently.
Yep. It makes me wonder, though, because these things are electronically tracked, are they going to go after these people who had access to this unlimited spending and say, hey, you overspent for
I kind of wondered that, too. I'd be worried about that myself if that did happen. I'd be like, watch, I'm going to get a bill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They're good for that. The government's good for that. I would get unemployment, and I was over like $5. And they hounded me for a fucking year for $5.
Well, here in Illinois, our system's called Link, and it's basically the same thing. And I've heard that if they discover somehow that you shouldn't have been getting it, that they ask for the money back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, geez, what if you honestly thought you were supposed to be getting it, and then they're like, hey, you make too much or something. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, pay us our $600 in groceries you bought over the last few months. I mean, it's pretty bogus. But I could see that. I wondered that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to watch this story, see if they update it, and and find out what happened to these people. I mean, hopefully they don't make them pay up on this, but
That'd be insane.
it would be insane. Yeah, who knows how much? We're talking thousands and probably thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in groceries overall.
Yeah,
So-
those carts were very full.
Mhm.
Those were just the ones that were left behind.
Yeah, I can imagine what the ones that the other people who got away, before it all got straightened out.